All right, this is gonna be just like a little day in the life, but a quick video. Let's start with last night, shall we? I went to sleep at like 11. We got a call at 1:30 a.m. There was trauma 1 coming in. So I got dressed, raced to the hospital. It was actually kind of fun because it was 1:30 a.m. and there was like nobody on the streets. And I put my car, I have like this little S3, and it's got this little sport mode. So the engine like gets all highly revved and suspension drops and all that stuff. It's like kind of fun. So I was like racing down to the hospital. And then I had I was like, I'm gonna show my badge. If I get pulled over, I'm gonna be like, it's a trauma, get out of my way, I gotta go. Even though, you know, you really shouldn't be doing that anyway. I went in, I saw a trauma, and took care of him for a couple hours. That was like 3:30 or so. I finished it. I got back home like at 4, went back to sleep, woke up at like 7 because I was 2 hours or 3 hours, whatever, in the hospital last night, and then came in, rounded my patients from basically 8 to 9:30, 10, whatever, and then went and did a bunch of paperwork, and then made had phone calls, received phone calls, either phone calls from the nurses, other doctors, all that stuff. And then we didn't have any clinic. I actually went to clinic, signed a bunch of papers because every week I get all these papers from these nursing homes who want me to sign off on the patient that's there that I don't really see anymore, but they're like, yeah, we did this, sign off on this. I'm like, okay, whatever, fine. So I signed that stuff, and then like I get a death certificate for somebody I'm supposed to sign. I don't even know who it was. This patient died in the hospital. I'm not even sure. I don't think my partner saw him. My point is this stuff kind of happens all the time. You're just like constantly getting paperwork, and a lot of it, like, you don't even know where it's coming from or why it's coming, and you have to like research all this stuff and figure out, you know, should I sign this thing or should I sign it? You know, was it a normal death? Was it natural death? Was it like a total disaster? If I sign this thing, I'm going to court, like all this stuff. That's kind of what I did today. And then I got an email saying, oh, RT America wants to have you on the show tonight at 6 o'clock Mountain Time to talk about the opioid like emergency thing. I'm like, sweet. So they send me the questions, and I usually do some research, although we talk about opioids all the time. I always like to update myself and, you know, get a little like statistics in my head so I don't sound like a complete idiot. I already have an idea of what I'm gonna say, so I write the questions, like the answers, what I think I want to say, send it back to them. They're like, cool. They arrange like a car to come pick me up because they don't want me to be late and screw that up. And then I forgot that one of the other general surgeons here asked me yesterday to help him with a case that's kind of difficult. So I was like, yeah, sure, no problem. And I thought the case was going to be in the morning, but then it turned out it was going to be in the afternoon. So I was like, oh, maybe it's going to be close to this newscast. I'm like, crap. Of course, I'm on trauma, so I have to get somebody else to cover, right, while I go to the studio, because I can't, when I'm in the studio, I can't like respond to a trauma. So I have to get somebody to cover for me and be like, yes, I will respond on trauma if you're not there. So I was like planning on having this guy, because I was doing a favor by going to this case with him. I was going to have him cover for me, which he usually does, and he can. And then I called him, and so this guy, like, now it's like getting late in the day. It's actually right now. I haven't even done the case yet. He calls me. He's like, hey, it's just 40 minutes. I'm going to do the case, and then I'll call you. I was like, okay, cool. I go, hey, can you cover for me like at 6? If I can't be in the case because I have this interview, I'll get a PA to help you. He's like, no, that's not okay. This is a difficult case. You need to be there. You said you'd be there. I'm like, so that's sometimes what happens. You get all this cool shit happen at the same time, and you're constantly managing like 2 things at one time. One of my mentors used to say, I'm really good at being at 2 places at one time, but it's getting tough for me to be at 3 places at one time. That's kind of, you know, how it goes in surgery. You're always getting especially trauma and emergency stuff. You're always getting emergency stuff. Things are changing, your day is changing all the time. And then you add on another layer of these news interviews, because these things happen like that. They call you in the morning, you're like, tonight, and you're like, okay. And you just say yes. I've had another video about this. You just say yes, and then you figure out how to do it. Most of the time it does work out. Most of the time you can figure it out. Every once in a while you can't do it. So what I had to do is this time I did all the research on the thing. I sent the email, I sent my answers, I committed to this operation. The case, you know, surgery is always off, like as far as the scheduling. The case is going longer. There's no way I'm gonna be able to do both. So I had to cancel the interview. Pretty upset about that. So I'm sitting here now making use of this time, because I'm sitting here waiting for the case to go. In the meantime, I'll make some videos. Actually, I'm doing a little, look at me, I'm working. This is me working. All right, that's about that for that video. That's about that for that video I just said. I bet the guys on CNN say that all the time. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Hey, subscribe, share, comment, like. See you next one.